everybody, Mike with Enviroscape LA here today. Excited, we're just finishing up a project. Now here's the thing, if you have a small backyard, no need to be discouraged. If you have a big retaining wall in your backyard, not to be discouraged because you could do something really amazing. I want to introduce to you our latest project. This was just dirt 2 weeks ago, and we got shade tolerant landscaping because this has a ton of shade 6 months out of the year. We got the Mondo grasses and the silver sheens, and a little red patio here along with the pavers. Just a real appropriate thing for the space, so the clients are going to be able to do a lot of stuff. But what's interesting is you hear something here, you hear running water. There wasn't a lot of space here. We couldn't do one of our beautiful natural waterfalls. There just wasn't the space. However, the client's dining room is right here, and when they look out, they used to look out at just a blank wall. Well, guess what? Not anymore. We actually created this water feature that looks like an endless water coming out of a pipe. These are copper pipes, and one of the interesting things, the challenges about this, is that it has a gigantic retaining wall, concrete probably 3 or 4 feet deep. There's no way we're going to jackhammer that out because that's being used to hold an entire house up on top. So what we did here was we put an underground chamber under here that houses the pump, and it also houses, it keeps enough water in it so it can shoot water up the back here and then out of these. And then one interesting thing is, how did we handle the splash? Because if we were just going to have regular gravel here, we would have had splash that was getting on the wall and could cause some algae problems. But what we did was we used pond filter mat to elevate it. We put holes in it, and so that there will be splash when it hits, but when it hits the pond filter mat, it won't go on the wall. Very, very ingenious, the idea that the team came up with. Also, too, I want to point out that we did do Rainbird Copper Shell Technology drip irrigation. So here we have the valves. We have the famous, you can see the little sticker here, LFV low flow valve. It's a special valve, only Rainbird has it, but it's for these jobs where you're not going to use a whole lot of drip irrigation. And if you're not going to use a lot of drip irrigation, there's a chance that the valve won't shut off if it's a regular valve. So that particular valve is what you really want to use when you don't have a ton of irrigation coming out. Also, we have 2 extra valves there. One of them is a shut-off because we have an autofill. So this is the endless water feature. It will never have to be refilled. It just refills itself and replenishes as time goes on. Also, one of these is for a fertigation unit. There's a green box under here, so it fertilizes automatically. You fill it up with liquid fertilizer once in a while, and then it automatically rolls over and over and over again. So it's a really ingenious thing. But this is state-of-the-art. We have shade plants up here. We have the water feature right here. Folks, it doesn't get any better than this, and didn't take us a long time because it's not a gigantic project. But if you live in a small if you live in an area where it has a small backyard, this is what you can do. I'm doing this just to inspire you, to dream, to give you ideas. This is Mike from Enviroscape LA. When you think sustainability, think Enviroscape LA.